What's up, Taurus? It's your girl Sid from Savy, Sentient. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your April 2021 general reading. If you are new here, please make sure that you like, share, subscribe, comment, interact with the video in some way, shape, or form. Put some respect on that algorithm. If you are not new, thank you so much for your return. Happy to have you here. Either way, thank you for your support. If you all are interested in personal readings, all the information that you need is in the description box below. Just click the link that says book personal readings here. If you all would like to join my Facebook group or go follow me on any social media, follow me on any other social media, all of that information is also in the description box below. All right. Now that that's out the way, Taurus, welcome once again. During your meditative stage, I seen a alien life form, like the typical or stereotypical UFO that we see on TV. The big bulgy eyes, the big head, little chin. You know the one. So I saw that. And I also heard the song Never Make a Promise by Drew Hill. So for some of you all, I feel like you might feel alienated. Maybe someone promised you something and didn't live up to it, causing some type of alienation in your life. For others of you, I think it's a very literal situation with the alien. I think some of you all may identify as star seeds, or feel like this is not home to you. You may feel out of place or alienated in that way. All right. And because of that, I'm actually going to use the Starseed Oracle when I do your oracle pulls, just for whoever that resonates for. Okay. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into your reading. All right. Spirit, what messages do we have for Taurus? What is the overall energy of this reading for Taurus today? Do one more shuffle. Ooh. All right. Overall energy for this reading for Taurus. We have the Six of Pentacles. So this is a card of reciprocation, equal give and take. This is a card of charity. This is also a card of taking. It just depends on which side you're on. But pentacles do represent your foundations. They do represent money, stability, things of that nature. So equality in those areas. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. All right. So Spirit, please tell me about the recent past for the Taurus collective. Since this is a general reading, that means that this can resonate in areas of love or romance, family and friends, or even career and work life. All right, so take it how it resonates. The whole reading may resonate for you. Parts of it may, or none of it. If none of it resonates, check your other signs and your other placements, okay? All right, tell me about the recent past for Taurus. Wow. And those are definitely extra in reverse. Okay. All right. Tell me about the present for Taurus. Tell me about the present for Taurus. One more card, please. All right, they gave me two more cards. Oh, I love it. Come on, Taurus. All right, and una más for the near future. Three more for the near future, rather. Okay. Period. All right. So Taurus, it looks like in the recent past, we have the Empress. However, the Empress is in reverse. So you may have felt like you were struggling to love yourself, maybe struggling to love others, struggling to create, to build, to grow anything. It may have even been feeling kind of stagnant. We do also have the Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords also in reverse. So the Eight of Swords is being trapped in your head, but not truly being trapped, as the thing that is keeping you there is not solid or unbreakable. It's chicken wire in this case. So with both of these in the reverse, the way that I'm reading them is like you struggled to love yourself, struggled to give love to others, struggled to grow, to evolve, to change, to create. But I feel like you broke free of that. And then you just surrendered to the process that you were going through. I feel like you all may be on like a self-love journey, might be doing some type of shadow work, some type of unpacking. And I really feel like you all are leaning into the process. You all are giving into the process, okay? The Judgment card comes out in the present, which is clarity, seeing things for what they are, making the judgment call. So for some of you all, I feel like the judgment call you made was choosing to love yourself, choosing to get your emotions under control, to understand how your emotions work, maybe trying to understand like why you struggle in relationships, why you struggle creatively. For those of you who this applies to, like work, cups do represent like creative endeavors, things that you're passionate about, artsy things, intuitive things. So with the Judgment card, I feel like you're starting to understand these things. You're starting to understand your emotions. You're starting to understand your intuition. You're starting to understand your creativity and lean into it. We also have the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So the Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. Like again, I really feel like you all are starting to, for those of you who are like on a self-love journey, who maybe you all are alienating yourself so that you can go through this journey. That might be why I seen the alien. But I feel like you all are just like separating yourself and diving into yourself and understanding and learning to love yourself, and the things that make you happy. The Nine of Cups is emotional fulfillment. So I feel like you've gone from a place where you struggled with love to a place where you're completely content with it at this point. For those of you that this is a work thing, you struggle with creation and being creative, and now you're in a place where you're comfortable. I really feel like you're leaning into whatever it is, either it's creativity or your love or your intuition. But I feel like you're enjoying this very much with the Knight of Swords here. It's like you're all in. You're rushing headfirst into this journey that you're on. Okay, this is very beautiful energy. And then in the near future, we have the Emperor card. So the Emperor is a card of organizing the chaos, of structure, of finding solutions. And I think the solution that you've come to where this is concerned is you've chosen to be balanced. You've chosen to give, but you've also chosen to receive. I feel like you've learned with the Knight of Cups how to give love, how to receive love, or you will be in the near future. I feel like you all are, this is like a huge inner revolution for you. Like like you all are evolving so much, and this can even be spiritually as well. Some of you all may be on a spiritual journey, as cups do represent intuitive gifts and spirituality. But whatever this is, however this resonates, it's like it just progresses throughout the reading. It's like struggle, leaning into your stride, understanding it, and then being able to give it. Like it's a total elevation in spirituality, love, and creativity. All right. You have the Six of Hazards here in your near future, and the overall energy is the Six of Hazards. So there will be some balance. There will be some equal give and take within this situation. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into the love oracle. For those of you all that this is in reference to love, I really feel it's all about self-love. But for some of you all, this may resonate for a relationship. So let's see. These cards resonate in a lot of areas, which is why I like them, not just love. Two more, please. Okay, yeah, so for those of you who this is a love situation, this relationship that you may have been in, it may have been a relationship that caused you to grow. Okay, you may have been in a relationship that triggered the self-love and the journey that you're on now. The keywords here are fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Okay. The next card that we have is the butterfly card. This is relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. So this situation may be a situation that is really healing you, and it may be causing the relationship that you have with yourself to evolve. Okay. This really, like I said, it looks like a metamorphosis. The way that this reading unfolds, it looks like growth. It looks like learning to love you. All right. And then we have engagement ring. Engagement, partnership, commitment, eternity, completion, and union. And I feel like by learning to love yourself and get a grasp of your emotions, it leads you to be more attractive to other people. And it will lead you to the point where someone's like, they look like bae, and they gotta wife you up, period, or husband you up. However it resonates. All right. So let's go ahead and get some Moonology cards for you. Moonology for Taurus, please. Two more, please. All right. Yes. Y'all reading is lit. All right, so the first card that comes out is working through your fears. And TBH, I think you're probably already doing that. You may have had like a fear of intimacy. I think that might be what the Empress in reverse is all about. Like or with the Eight of Swords, like you just couldn't give yourself completely. But that's just because you didn't know how to love yourself. But now is the time that you are working through your fears. And you are releasing whatever negative self-talk, whatever you fear that is preventing or was preventing you from growing. You're letting that shit go because you're clearly in this energy now where you're leaning into the process and learning to love the process and to accept and love the peace. Okay. The next card that you got is balance. Spirituality with practicality. Okay. So some of you all, like I said, this may be a spiritual journey. I think it is very important that this card came out because sometimes when people begin a spiritual journey, they make everything about spirituality, but there definitely has to be a balance. You have the Six of Coins here twice, the Six of Hazards. And that is also a card of balance, of equality, of reciprocal energies, okay? So learning to balance the real world, the physical world, the practical world, and the spiritual world is going to be very important for you right now. Don't lean too hard on either side. You have to learn how to balance, okay? And then finally, step out of your comfort zone. All right? Because when you grow, it gets uncomfortable. It's the only way you can grow. Okay? So if you feel discomfort, sit with that. Accept that. Know that the reason why you're feeling this is because you're growing tremendously. Okay? Let's go ahead and get you some Rebel deck cards. Rebel, what messages do we have for the Taurus Collective? Messages for the Taurus Collective. I'm just realizing at the bottom of the Island Time Wellness cards, the card that is there is not enough. It's the not enough card. I think this is how you were feeling before the process began, okay? Feeling frustrated in relationships, especially with that Empress in reverse, feeling unable to grow. The lacking confidence, self-sabotage, fear and ego issues, and maybe some jealousy. But that's what's not seen. That's what was preventing your growth. That's why the Empress was in reverse. So that's cool to see. All right, messages for Taurus. Ding, y'all are loud. These cards flew out of my hands. But they came with a message, all right? So the first card that I see, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. So for those of y'all that this might be relationship based, where there may be someone else involved, leave that person where they at. Okay, even if you have decided to move away from them and you're just looking at their page out of curiosity or whatever, curiosity killed the cat. Don't trigger yourself, okay? Do not trigger yourself, especially with this being a karmic relationship. Anything that you see is going to be triggering and will probably be put on social media with the intent to make you upset. So don't even do that to yourself. Spend your time with someone who is worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness, because that's all the hell it is. It's ridiculous. All right? Some of y'all may want to ask a fucking expert. Don't rely on your friends or the internet. Listen to a damn professional. So after you like, share, and subscribe to this channel, like the video and all of that, go on Google and find a professional to sit down and talk to. And then finally, you're giving your power away. You're a badass. Act like it. All right? By letting another person control how you're feeling, you're giving away your power. You ever heard that saying, he who angers you controls you? That's nothing but facts. Pure facts, okay? So, yeah, it's time for you to stand in your own power, Taurus. And you are already on an amazing track so far. So keep that energy, all right? Keep that momentum. Can we do some advice for the Taurians? Advice for the Taurus Collective, please. Advice for the Taurus Collective. Bam. Okay, so the first card that came out is the Ten of Swords. That is a card of endings, okay? That is a card of being a doormat. That is being overly dramatic. That is definitely betrayal and backstabbing, okay? But at the very core of it, this is a card of endings. So it is time to let go, cut off, release, not think about, not worry about whatever situation preceded your growth process. It is okay to reference it, but observe it as an observer. Do not relive that trauma that caused this this growth for you, okay? We have the Two of Wands with the Ace of Swords and then the Two of Hazards. So with these cards, I feel like you are being asked to continue like the path that you're on, but do it like make a plan for yourself, okay? There are some decisions that you might have to make along the way, and you're being asked to make these decisions clearly with your mind, not your heart, doing what's in the best interest for you, doing what will bring you some type of victory and also some type of balance. Prioritize yourself. Prioritize the things that are important to you. Prioritize the things that are for your own betterment, okay? What we're not prioritizing is other people's problems, other people's jealousy towards you, other people's messiness towards you. Whatever it is that caused your Ten of Swords here, we're cutting it off. We're letting it go. We're not lingering. We're not prioritizing the drama, okay? Instead, we're prioritizing ourselves and our own success and our own victory, okay? That needs to be your plan, tunnel vision from here on out, all right? So let's go ahead and get an angel oracle for you, and then I'm also going to pull a star seed for you star seeds out there. All right, angel oracles, please, a postcard from Spirit for Taurus, please. You actually got two, so I guess I'm reading two for you. And then let's do a star seed oracle. Star seed oracle for Taurus. Okay. Star seed oracle for Taurus, please. This one. There it is. Period. Love it. Love it. Okay. So let me go ahead and find this real quick. Sorry, I don't want to make the video too long, but I feel like this is necessary for someone out there. Okay, so the card that actually came out for you star seeds is the Water Your Garden card, okay? Nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest, all right? With all this water in your reading, I feel like this is the perfect card to come out for you, all right? So the passage says, Earth is a seasonal planet, and as such, you're a seasonal being, cyclic reading. You can't be on and in full bloom month after month, day after day. You're strongly being called to put on the brakes, rest, and refuel. Take a moment to restock, replenish, and slow right on down. Your body is the only body you're giving, and it needs to be respected as such. You're being called to take responsibility for your well-being, to put your health and your body first. I know it can feel like time is running out and as if there are urgent things that simply can't wait. However, if you keep pushing on, soon fatigue will set in. This way of living isn't sustainable. If anyone continues to race through life, eventually they will reach exhaustion, and it will take longer to recover than it would have done to rest. Immune disorders and mystery illnesses are becoming more common because we're putting too much pressure on our bodies to keep up with the instantaneous pace of modern life. How are you being called to put on the brakes, to rest, restore, and rejuvenate? When was the last time you took a holiday or had a full weekend day or afternoon off? Look after your precious body and mind. Give yourself enough time to recover when you find yourself running on reserve. There is enough time. Life will bend towards you when you do. The Soul Seed Inquiry says, what is your body yearning for? Okay, so what is your body yearning for, Taurus? All right, so your postcards from Spirit say, Dearest you, there are times you get lost but refuse to see your part in things. Happens to everyone. Sometimes something feels familiar but sort of off. If you're feeling confused, it's best to throw away that map you're using, which only lets you navigate based on your past experiences. That isn't what you need right now. Instead, take a deep breath and open to truth. A desire to stay in denial means that part of you doesn't want to be responsible for the pattern that's shown up in your life. Yes, this is the right time to wake up with that judgment card. This is the right time to wake up and start again. By the way, you will always get another chance. You have unlimited chances to start again. We love you so much. We really do. Be gentle with yourself. Coming out of denial is like being temporarily blindsided by super bright lights. Allow your eyes to adjust. Carry on, special one. A beautiful life awaits. Loving you so much. Again, that's a message telling you to be gentle with yourself. Some of you all maybe trying to do too much and you really need to rest. With that Empress in reverse, you're not loving on you. Okay. The next message says, Dearest you, sometimes it's wonderful to give, but there are times when you might find yourself overgiving. Now might be a good time to check in and see what you might be cutting off the flow. See where you might be cutting off the flow of abundance. Let others give to you, even if you're more comfortable being generous. Being the giver, the healer, the rescuer. In the art of living, we sometimes overlook an important skill, receiving gracefully and with gratitude without diminishing yourself or trying to deny vulnerability or bringing an agenda of equality to it. Receiving is hard for some of you, for some people, maybe you. You don't need to do this. You don't need a this for that in your exchange with others. You are doing good in the world. Let the world give back to support you. Then you can give up the old stories that have you convinced that you have to do everything alone and with no help. Let your well be filled. We all love you so much. It's crazy that this card comes out because you have 2 Six of Pentacles, which again is a card of equal give and take. Perhaps you've been giving too much of yourself to everyone else, which is why the Starseed wants you to take care of yourself. Okay? Stop giving so much of yourself to others and start nurturing yourself. Start letting yourself have some peace. Take care of yourself. All right? So Taurus, that is your message. If this resonates for you, go ahead and let me know how in the comments below. Love to read them. Make sure that you are liking, sharing, and subscribing if you haven't already. And again, all the information you need to reach me is in the description box below. So until the very next time I read for you, Taurus, you already know, wishing you all love and light and everything right. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.